York. Ebro in the morning on Hot 97.
So in Kill Jay-Z, this is Jay-Z on Kanye, okay? He says, but this F everybody attitude ain't natural. But you ain't the same. This ain't kumbaya. But you got hurt because you did kumbaya. You gave him 20 million without blinking. He gave you 20 minutes on stage. F wrong with everybody is what you're saying. But if everybody's crazy, you're the one that's insane.
Now, is he saying that Beyonce gave him 20 million and he gave her 20 minutes on stage?
No.
What's he saying, Facto? This is what you do: is you break down lyrics.
He's saying that back when Kanye was coming out with The Life of Pablo,
yes,
they gave him 20 million from Tidal to put it out on Tidal as an exclusive.
Right.
And then he gave him, when Kanye went on that 20-minute rant on stage when he was telling Jay-Z, you know, Jay-Z, call me, bro.
Yeah, the one we played earlier.
We'll play it again in a minute.
Yeah. So that's what he's talking about. He said, I gave you 20 million, you gave me 20 minutes.
Gotcha.
Thank you. All right, and here's that audio that we think is really where the Kanye Jay-Z relationship started to this is where I think it took the step that is going to lead, to where we are right now.
Sit here to give y'all my truth, even at the risk of my own life, even at the risk of my own success, my own career. I've been sent here to give y'all the truth. Jay-Z, call me, bro. You still ain't called me. Jay-Z, call me. Hey, bro, Jay-Z, I know you got killers. Please don't send them out my head. Just call me. Talk to me like a man. I'm not trying to be the man. I just am a man. The same as everybody here. I ain't above, below, none of y'all.
So that is, Cass, do you agree that that's the moment where it fully fell apart? Wheels came off?
Well, that's the moment that we know.
Right. But from a public standpoint, though, I'm saying.
The first public moment where it just started to unravel.
There's so many violations in that. Yeah. Number one, you talking about Beyonce. We don't ever, you don't ever need to talk about Beyonce.
You're speaking about private conversations.
Number two, when you get into the whole, call me, bruh, you need to call me.
And then,
why didn't you call him, though? Yeah, exactly, Laura. And then he says, I heard. Bro, you're talking about, you're dissing Beyonce, a family friend. Right. You're doing this because you heard that, bro. Now, I wonder whether this factors into something that we heard about a long time ago, and I don't know if it's true, but it was out there, of that the rift sort of happened because Jay and Beyonce just didn't like the way Kanye and Kim move. And let's remember, Beyonce is the most private person in the world. Like her only documentary was produced by her.
Of course.
So she could show you exactly what she wants to show you.
Very few interviews, just like with Oprah.
Yeah, I would say, in my opinion about Beyonce, probably the biggest flaw I have with Beyonce is that she's almost too private. Like she's private to the point of we don't even know who she is. You factor that against Kim Kardashian, who's the exact opposite. Her biggest flaw is that she's lived too publicly. Right. And you can imagine that these are two guys. This is classic regular life. This could start as simple as two good friends whose wives don't really F with each other.
Right.
And now you air it out on a public stage, and then the thing that I'll never understand. There was of course, the talking about Trump thing was weird, but way weirder than the Trump thing was him saying that, I know you got killers, please don't send killers for me.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Why would you even put that out there?
First of all, what do you mean Jay has killers? Well, I don't even know what you're talking. I'm not just saying that to sound ignorant. I don't know what you're talking about. Does Jay-Z have tough guys? I'm sure he knows. Yeah, I'm sure. But that's not how Jay-Z moves in 20. What, bro?
Right, and even if he did,
y'all were best friends. You think he's you making it sound like no? You're also making it sound like Jay-Z is literally the most cutthroat gangster in the world. Like he's literally gonna hear you dissing and be like, send the guns to his house. Like, what are you talking about?
The whole thing is terrible.
So that was, if you're thinking about when you listen to this album, what happened, I think that moment is what happened. What's the next step here for the Jay-Z Kanye relationship? Because now they say, Laura, you said, what's the deal? Kanye wants out of Tidal?
Yes. they're saying that this has, because now TMZ is reporting, and I see it more on headlines that they're just the lawyers are each sending letters to each other. Kanye wants to pull out. He doesn't want anything to do with exclusive streaming services. Nothing. He wants out, and he basically saying that Tidal violated their contract, and
I think
Jay's
Tidal
saying the same
felt like he was supposed to make videos, and they were going to pay for the videos, but they never made the videos.
There was something that I read too that I guess Tidal was supposed to give him some kind of bonus for the numbers and all the subscribers that he brought in.
Right, because when he did Life of Pablo.
Yeah, Life of Pablo.
Let's not forget, Kanye's supposedly in the lab working on a new album too.
So he's gonna make a whole song about Jay-Z. Fact.
Well, how do you see this playing out? 1-800-223-9797. I'll tell you, I don't enjoy seeing people have beef. I really don't, especially real beef. But this isn't that. This is a bit of a friendship falling out. Mm-hmm. I do enjoy the storyline, though, here. Mm-hmm. Because how is this now going to continue to play out? This is Big Brother. Yeah. And let's remember how deep that goes. Even in the song Big Brother, Kanye talks about how he looked up to Jay-Z as a kid. Then Jay-Z kind of sunned him. Mm-hmm. And remember in Big Brother how many things he's like, I did a song with Coldplay, you did a song with Coldplay. Right. He always sort of pushed the line with his relationship with Jay. Just a little bit, because we all know Kanye has a real issue, an ego issue, playing second fiddle to anyone. And in their relationship, let's not get it twisted, no matter what Kanye's done, even if you think he has the better music catalog, which is a totally reasonable argument, let's not get it twisted. He's always little brother to Jay-Z. Right. That's never going to change. Right. So is that an uncomfortable thing? 1-800-223-9797. Jay-Z and Kanye. It was all good just a while ago. Let's go to Sarah from Queens. Sarah, you line one. Sarah, you said you're 100% with Kanye?
I'm 100% with Kanye. I think they came through the ranks like brothers, and I'm just not for the way Jay-Z is treating him. Kanye has clearly been going through some things for a while now, and he's reaching out to his brother. He's doing it in his way, and I think that Jay-Z is just acting above and beyond him. I don't think Kanye's comments he made about Beyonce was meant to be disrespectful or offensive. I think that he's hurt overall about the way the relationship has fallen apart. Mm-hmm. And I'm 100% with Kanye, and I hope he gets what he wants out of this.
Sarah, thank you for your call. That's an interesting thought. At first I was my gut reaction was just to be like, no, because Jay-Z is the one that's more poised and a little bit more thoughtful, it seems. But at the same time, it's good to think about it from Kanye's perspective.
It makes a lot of sense, because it sounds like Kanye has questions that are not being answered. What happened, Jay?
Yeah, but at the same time, you don't think that Kanye can call Jay?
Yeah, why did he
does? I assume that he is. Assumption.
But that is a good point. Now, we all said the same thing. Laura, I'm with you. I go, why would you have that conversation on stage? Call him. Mm-hmm. To Shawnee's point, maybe he'd been calling every day and Jay won't answer, so he got on stage like, call me, bruh.
You see, Ebro's like, call me, man. He's saying it too.
It's a very good point. What's that, Castro?
You've seen this movie before. I mean, Jay doesn't seem like the type that is gonna sit there and work things through. He's just seems like the type like, all right, I'm just over it. Yeah. We've seen it with Dame Dash. We've seen it with Camp. We've seen it before.
Remember, Cypher Sounds, even when he saw Jay-Z and Jay-Z said you did a great job, Cypher was like, let me get your phone number, and he was like, nah. I mean, look at me. Jay-Z called me. I have no idea to get a hold of him. I've never known how to reach out to him. When he wanted to talk to me one time, just called me from an unknown number.
Right.
Maybe he does move.
Kanye is like, yo, I thought we was like best friends.
I thought you would pick up my calls.
Yeah, now call me because I can't get to you.
The text is green, bruh. What happened to the blue text, bruh? Right. You need to call me. Let's go to Chris on line 2. Chris from Staten Island, what are your thoughts on the Jay-Z Kanye fallout?
I just feel like this whole thing started really when Kanye got with Kim. I just think that what you guys were touching on earlier, that Kim doesn't really move the way them two move, and I don't think that I think Kanye clearly changed his attitude a little bit since he's been with Kim, being in social media and all over the tabloids, and that's the way Kim's lifestyle is, and that's not how Jay and Beyonce move. And I think that Jay-Z was probably a little disappointed at the fact that he did get into that type of lifestyle, being in the news and everything, and that's just not the way them two move, and that's how it escalated. The only way I could see them amending things is if Kanye kind of changes the way he is nowadays and they make another CD and go on another tour and make tons of money. But
that's another interesting point. But again, there's two ways to look at the situation when it comes to Kim and Beyonce. Mm-hmm. Like, you can say Hove is the kind of guy that was probably like, yo, why are you moving that way? Mm-hmm. I'm not interested. And then there is a flip side that's like, are J and B sort of looking down their nose and kind of just being better than them?
Mm-hmm. I mean, listen, like, I'm rereading these lines, right? And Jay is definitely just calling him straight up crazy. Like, he says, look, the line that says, F wrong with everybody is what you saying, but if everybody's crazy, you're the one that's insane. He's basically being like, yo, you're saying what's wrong with everybody, dude, you're the one that's crazy. You're definitely the one that's crazy.
But don't we all know Kanye's crazy? Like, guys, I'm playing devil's advocate.
Damn,
I'm not saying I think Jay-Z's
your
wrong.
Big brother pointed out and called you crazy is like.
But to that caller's point, and again, I am not picking sides in this personal battle, though we are going to talk about it, and y'all can think we're gossips. But I'm sorry, this is the two biggest rappers in the game who we love, airing it out on record. We got to talk about this. But if you're calling a guy crazy, and the whole world can think that they're not doing well, and you love that person and know them, should you be calling it out on record, or should you be reaching out personally and being like, yo, we need to fix this and make it right? What's going on with you, bro? But then again, the hard part is none of us know what's happened behind the scenes. Lastly, let's go to line 3. Rebecca.
Okay, I just want to real quick say this, because if you guys know Jay, and if you guys know Ye, right? Like, you already know how he is. So for the first thing is that Jay and Ye don't move the same, just like we already know. Jay-Z put out a record because he's done. He ain't going back. It's over. We already know how he moved. He already called it out. He isn't going to look back at it. I don't think he should, because he has so much other things to worry about. He has so many other things going ahead of himself. If I have a friend who's pulling me back, I'm excluding myself. Okay? That's how I feel. If my friend can't get to the program and accept me for who I am, like, I move quietly. I move like this is how I am. I accept you to be whoever you are. You know, Kanye is already kind of like, not that he's not going through some shit, but how long is he going to go through some shit?
Okay.
Okay. Watch your mouth.
Down. Calm down.
She got very excited.
She got very emotional, but she did make a good point, though. Right. She did make a good point. Again, I see it from both sides. I could see how Hov would be like, nah, enough is enough. I'm moving on.
I'm done, yeah.
And I could see the idea of like, yeah, but that's your man. Do you really just check out?
Right.
I don't know where you draw that line. We don't know.